Running a small business in South Africa right now means constantly swimming upstream against rising inflation and unpredictable load shedding. With an economy that refuses to budge, the pressure on your margins is intense. Trying to outwork these conditions with sheer manual human effort simply is not a sustainable growth strategy anymore. AI functions as a revenue-generating employee. It works 24/7, never takes annual leave, and never needs to sleep. This chart shows exactly what that looks like in practice. Small businesses deploying these tools report having saved 10 to 15 hours every single week on routine admin tasks. That recovered time translates directly into resilience. Companies using these systems see a 40% drop in the cost of security breaches and a 20% rise in overall customer satisfaction. But if you've looked at the market recently, you know the immediate problem. There are thousands of tools out there, and figuring out where to actually spend your limited budget causes total paralysis. Do you pay 550 Rand a month for a Microsoft license? Do you hire someone to build a custom WhatsApp bot? Or do you just stick with a free ChatGPT account? We are going to map out the exact AI stack you need to scale your operations, tier by tier, and calculate the precise return on investment for each. Let's start at the top of your marketing funnel. Generative AI allows you to produce professional-grade copy and visuals at speeds impossible 2 years ago. The core entry-level stack here is straightforward: a ChatGPT Plus subscription for about 370 Rand, paired with Canva Pro for 199 Rand a month. You use ChatGPT to draft your blog posts and email newsletters, and Canva to design the graphics. Both tools can be prompted to understand and reflect local South African context and phrasing. Financially, this means you can delay hiring a freelance copywriter or a junior designer while keeping those 15 hours a week for yourself. Look at the scorecard comparing the costs. Your total monthly software spend sits at 569 Rand. That is a fraction of what you would pay for just one freelance design campaign. There is a trade-off, though. You have to step into the role of editor-in-chief. The AI will give you a solid first draft, but its raw output can feel generic. You need to manually inject your specific brand voice and local flavor to maintain authenticity and keep the trust of your consumers. What you are doing here is trading a very small financial commitment for execution speed. For under 600 Rand a month, your microbusiness effectively launches its own internal marketing department. Moving to sales, we have to look at how South Africans actually communicate. 90% of adults here live on WhatsApp, and they expect instant replies regardless of the time. If someone messages your business at 2 in the morning, an automated agent ensures that inquiry is captured, sorted, and answered. No potential quote or booking gets lost overnight. This is done using a Popia-aligned WhatsApp AI chatbot. It acts as your frontline qualifier, asking the right questions and booking appointments around the clock. The performance metrics back this up. WhatsApp boasts a 95% open rate. That is over 4 times higher than what you get with traditional email marketing. For most small businesses, deploying this technology will cost between 400 and 1,000 Rand per month. The catch here is the setup. You have to invest serious upfront time to map out your business logic, your pricing structures, and your frequently asked questions so the system knows how to respond. This quadrant chart shows the return on that effort.
Capturing just one lost off-hours lead a month usually pays for the entire software license 5 times over. Plus, these bots switch fluently between English, Afrikaans, and isiZulu mid-conversation, meeting your customers exactly where they are. You endure the initial setup friction to gain a permanent, non-stop lead capture machine. Automating this revenue engine is the most direct way for a scaling SME to increase its monthly bottom line. Finally, we secure the back-end office. The stakes are highest when we look at security. Right now, 88% of cyber attacks targeting smaller organizations are ransomware. Look closely at these statistics. Small and mid-sized businesses now account for over 70% of all data breaches. This document outlines how ransomware as a service operates. Professional-grade toolkits are rented out on the dark web, allowing even low-skilled criminals to successfully target vulnerable businesses. The 2026 threat landscape is accelerating. Attackers leverage AI to automate reconnaissance, finding network vulnerabilities in minutes. Furthermore, compromised credentials remain the primary entry point. Ignoring multi-factor authentication is the exact equivalent of leaving your front door wide open. The financial trade-off here is heavier. Tier 3 requires a significant monthly premium, but you get enterprise-grade protection and ensure POPA compliance. Ultimately, the upfront cost of deploying AI-driven security is always lower than the massive cost of recovering from a business-ending data breach. Your choice of which AI tools to deploy must be driven by your specific operational bottleneck, not by chasing whatever software is trending this week. Let's look at 3 distinct profiles: the solopreneur in a retail space, the scaling service business, and the established B2B operator. If you are a solopreneur, build the marketing stack. Pair ChatGPT Plus with Canva Pro, and you lock in professional content generation for under 600 Rand a month. If you run a scaling service, prioritize the revenue stack. Deploy a WhatsApp AI bot to immediately stop bleeding those valuable off-hours leads. And if you are an established SME, you need the efficiency stack. Invest in Microsoft Copilot for productivity and AI threat detection to tightly mitigate your POPA risks. Here is the ROI scorecard summarizing a basic implementation. You are looking at an AI stack cost of roughly 770 Rand, compared against the 8,000 Rand or more you would spend on a junior admin's base salary. Keep in mind that while the financial cost is incredibly low, the time you must spend auditing your processes and training these tools is non-negotiable if you want real results. AI is not going to invent your business strategy, but once you set the direction, it executes the routine work flawlessly, leaving you to focus purely on business growth. The smartest approach is to start with just one tool that solves your single most pressing need and expand from there. These tools allow a 2-person team to maintain the operational capacity of a 10-person powerhouse overnight. For South African SMEs, adopting this technology is the fastest way to turn survival into sustainable growth.